Chapter 1. Hello, friend. My name is Little Bill, and you keep a secret? This is a story about something strange that happened to me. I'll tell you about it, but please don't tell anyone else. There's a girl in my class named Mia. One day, I was watching Mia do a math worksheet when something very bad happens.
Does it really say that?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is all foreshadowing future events. Andrew was watching me watch Mia.
What the fuck?
He pointed his finger and said, "Little Bill is in love with Mia." The other kid looked up from their work and said, "Oh." Our teacher, Miss Murray, heard them. She smiled. "No love stuff in the classroom. Save it for Valentine's Day tomorrow." They all looked up from their work and giggled. Look at that boy. What the fuck is that? Is that a girl or a guy? And why is it bald and why does it have different colored lips? What the hell is going on? This is horrifying. I walked 2 extra blocks so I could pass by Mia's house. Lights were on, but the curtains were closed. The door opened, and Mia's mother walked out with the family dog, a hairy dog named Max. Max had so much hair over his face, I couldn't see no eyes, no nose, no mouth, nothing. "Hi, Bill," Mia's mother called to me. "Hi, Mrs. Ford," I called Black. I put my hands in my pockets, whistled a made-up song. He rapped. There she was! Mia and Julia were on the swings in front of Julia's house, and they saw me. "Hi, Little Bill," Julia called out. I put my head down and ran. They giggled.
Jesus, this is a lot of text.
No kid's fucking reading this. At home, I did my homework fast. Miss Murray didn't give us much to do because she wanted us to write Valentines. I picked art paper and colored pencils for Mia's Valentine. I wanted to make her Valentine special, so I wrote a poem. "What rhymes with Valentine?" I asked my brother Bobby. That is horrifying. That is the most horrifying. That is a clown murderer to be. That is the face of a man who wears a clown mask and murders children.
Yeah.
Who have cancer.
Insanity must run in the family, in the Bill family. I mean, Bill Cosby's a rapist. His older brother's a serial rapist clown.
Runs in the family. It's genetic. To Mia, you are as pretty as sunshine. You are as smart as Einstein. Have a super fine Valentine's Day. The next morning, Dad knocked on my bedroom door. "It's time to get up," he said. "I'm up," I said. "Start getting dressed," said the dad.
Oh, jeez.
"I'm dressed," I said. "Well, boy, why don't you let me watch you get dressed?" "Of course," I said. "I just took a shower." "But you took a shower last night," he said. "I was watching." My dad was surprised that I had got ready all by myself. This was not the little Billy he knew. I went to the kitchen to get my lunch bag. Dad followed me. "Is this really our son?" he asked my mom. "He looks like our son, but he doesn't act like our son. Woo-hoo!" "Maybe he's growing up," said Mommy. "Little Bill is in love," said Bobby. "I am not," I said. Why don't you just tell her you like her? Baba asked. Because I'm in third grade. And in third grade, you don't do that. I put on my jacket, grabbed my backpack, and went out the door. I sat behind the tree and waited until I saw Mia. Her mom kissed her goodbye and watched her cross the street.
Look,
That's when the beating began.
even in this photo, or this drawing, I should say, it's like you can see the creepiness of him. I mean, look at him. He's spying on a small child, and he's hiding behind a tree.
Little Bill Cosby's beginnings, sitting behind the tree, eyeing his first victim. I got up from behind the tree and walked behind her. I held the Valentine in my pocket, but I couldn't give it to her. My heart was scared to. I wanted to say something that would make her like me, but I didn't know what to say. I thought and thought. Just then, Julia ran up to Mia. I moved away fast. I didn't get to say nothing at all, and the Valentine was still in my pocket. Look at that forehead. That forehead's the size of that torso. That forehead's the size of that torso. That boy had cancer. Then I saw Mia get up from her seat. She gave a card to Janina, a card to Julia, and a card to Miss Murray. Then she walked over to me. My heart said it was going to burst. Everyone giggled when Mia gave me a card. I said thank you, but I didn't give her one back. Instead, I walked over the recycling bin and threw my card for Mia inside it.
The fuck?
That is Pennywise the Clown's bald-ass head. Pennywise the Clown, solely inspired by little boy Cosby. Bill Cosby had leukemia and cancer in his youth. May he long live, overcoming that cancer. When I walked back to my seat, I couldn't believe what I saw. Michael, Jose, and Andrew were all giving cards to Mia. Who the fuck is that child? That boy from earlier had the clown head of a serial rapist. That boy has the face of a serial rapist clown. Everything in this entire book is leading to serial clown rapistry. I ran to the recycling bin, pulled out the card, and squeezed in front of Michael, Jose, and Andrew. Oh yeah, I squeezed. Happy Valentine's Day, I said to Mia as I handed her the card. What you doing with that book? What you doing with that Valentine's Day? What you doing with that stance? Crouching over. You covering something? You covering something that Valentine's Day? You covering that big old black cock with that Valentine's Day? We got to give her a card. We got you to give her a card, Michael said. We knew you would do it. At first, I was mad. Then I smiled and thought, it's good to show people that you like them. So I shared my heart-shaped cookies and candy and my pink popcorn with Michael, Andrew, and Jose, and especially Mia. But just the same, please don't tell anyone else that I like Mia. I still don't like when people laugh at me. And that's why, later that evening, I raped Mia.
Who's this?
Varnett P. Honeywood, a graduate of Spelman College.
Oh, okay. I thought this was like the real Mia they were gonna say. Like the real life Mia. She turns out to be like a victim nowadays of Bill Cosby.
Real life rapist Bill Cosby.